Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Achim Mertens. I am with this company, Telekom and other companies for 5 years now. So I'm an employee of Telekom, Deutsche Telekom AG. And today I have an echo, so I will switch this off. No, one moment please. Yeah. And today we are going to talk about Web 3.0. We are going to talk about social media with micropayment and DAOs. Um, yeah, let's start with it. So at the beginning, this is a financial or no financial advice. So if I explain something and you think, wow, that's good, you can invest in it, but don't refer to me. It's just your advice, your risk. If you want to get rich, you have to work for it. It's like everywhere. So you have no passive income. Yes, you can work on something that is similar to it, but it's like everything with risk or maintenance or whatever. The Hive blockchain is my private hobby. It's not a telecom strategy. So these are two different parts. I'm a member of the Telekom. I have the opportunity to work here in the Slack session, but it's not that the Telekom has the strategy, and I would proclaim that. Um, Investments are on your own risk, I already said it, and the Hive blockchain I'm talking about in this session is just an example for a DAO, and this Hive blockchain is on place 158 at the moment on the crypto market, so it's not really the highest one. If you want to get my PowerPoint slides, I have put it into the chat, so you can click on it, download the chat, you can download the PowerPoints. You should have reading access to my PowerPoints. Okay, let's start with the history of Web 3.0. We start with Web 1.0. This was in the 90s. It was the first steps of the internet. You know it. It was static. Some companies had some static pages, and you could click on the link and you could reach it and download it. Not really interaction. Interaction came with Web 2.0, Facebook, Twitter, and all other social media stuff. So the user is the bringer of the content. The user is the creator of a part of the internet. And 2008, we had this bank crisis, and with this bank crisis, there were some people that said we need an alternative for banks, an alternative money system, and so the Bitcoin arose. At the beginning, it was just something for nerds, but then it came more or less mainstream. Yes, and it is an opportunity. It is an alternative for your bank transfer, bank actions. Um, this was the first generation of blockchain. The second generation or third generation, so the next blockchains that were changed from Bitcoin, adapted from Bitcoin, like Ethereum, IOTA, Steam, and so on, they had the ability to not only to put the information who gets how many money, but also the information, some data. You can also put some data into it, JSON string, or yeah. So it's called a smart contract. You can put a contract into the blockchain with a lot of yeah things that came out of it. One of these was CryptoKitties. Um, and CryptoKitties was my first drug that brought me to the internet, to the blockchain. So here you can see my CryptoKitties. They belong to me. These are so-called NFTs, non-fungible token. Fungible means it's not exchangeable. It means this token belongs to a special person. So these are my CryptoKitties, not yours. And they are unique, so you can pair them and they have inherited genes, and then you get big eyes or whatever. And so you can lend them for money, and other pair them, and then they get children. And when they are rare, then they have a kind of worth. People want to have rare cats. And so with this cryptocurrency, this was the start for me into the cryptocurrency. I wanted to have such a cat. I wanted to know how does it work, Ethereum and all this stuff. So I needed to get a wallet. I needed to understand what is a crypto exchange bank and how do I get some Ethereum and how do I buy from this Ethereum these cats. So this was I did it in 2017, so this was my starting point, and I learned what NFTs is and learned what CryptoKitties are. Yeah. Okay. Also, another thing started in 2016. It's called distributed autonomous organization, not distributed, decentralized autonomous organization. I have here the German wiki page. I just want to show this picture here because it's similar to my PowerPoint slide with, it started with this and then it came this. You can see Facebook here. And we end up here with Steam. This picture is some years old. Steam is now Hive. So Steam turned into Hive. I will explain it a little bit later. But what I want to show is that Steam is a DAO. So I'm showing one example of these tools. Tools. It's not the right word. It's a system. Ja, kann ich das irgendwie klein machen? Nein. Okay, so let's go on. Okay, here I want to explain what a decentralized autonomous organization is. It is democratic. It is if you have every member has one voice, and for election or something like this. So there is no big and no thin. So every member is equal. It's decentral. There's no unique point of contact. It's really decentral. It allows micropayment, so sending money from one to the other. It has an open database API, application programming interface. So you can connect to the data and everything is open, so you know where the code is and what to do. It contains NFTs, non-fungible tokens, so you can own parts of tokens that belong to you, like this CryptoKitties. The data is immutable. That means no one can change the data except you have the key. So if you are the owner of the data, of the key, you are the owner of the data and no one else can change it. And once it is written down in the database, then it's there except you change it. So you as an owner of your data have the full control and not the others. So this decentralized autonomous organization is an alternative to a company. Let's explain a little bit like in this picture here. On the left hand, we have a normal company like Telekom or other companies, and you know how it works. There we have some shareholders, they have money and they want to invest something, so they hire a manager and they say what to do with the company, how the company rules, how they should look like. Yes, and the managers, they hire and they work with the workers and the employees, and they say what to do. It's a hierarchical structure from above, from the top to the bottom. The workers work on the company, they create the company, and they also create a product. And this product creates money, and the money goes back to the shareholders, and so the circle is closed. With a decentralized autonomous organization, it's a little bit thinner. The shareholders, the managers, the workers are all can be one person. So it's in the communities, they organize themselves. There is no hierarchy, it's just communities. And in these communities, it's like teams. In these teams, they say, we want to have this, we want to have that, how can do that? And it's an agile way of working. And yeah, they organize themselves. And so they create the rules and they create the products. The products create money, and the money goes back to the communities, and the rule says how much money each member gets. So this is a big advantage to a company. So it's really thinner, it's faster, it has less bureaucracy, and it's fairer because every member can decide for themselves how much do I bring myself in or not, and then they get paid for that. So let's say something about Steam and Hive. 2016, the blockchain Steam was created. It's decentralized, yes, but it has 20 so-called witnesses. I will explain it a little bit later. And then in 2020, a rich Chinese man wanted to bribe them. He paid money for them to say, do what I want to do. And around about the half of the Steam members said, Steam kings said, yes, we do it. And the other half said, no, we don't do it. We want to stay decentralized. We don't get be owned by one person, because then it's a centralized blockchain, and then you don't need a blockchain. Then you can do it with other tools. So the end of the play was Steam and Hive forked. So now we have both of them. It's just a copy, but now they go different ways. And Steam, there is no innovation at the moment. Yeah, because all the developers came from Steam, went to Hive. They want, not all, but the most of them went to Hive and wanted to stay decentralized, because that's the meaning, that's the spirit of this whole thing. Okay, as I said, Hive is just one blockchain among a lot of others. It's the blockchain I got in and I understand, so I can talk about Hive, and it's just an example of a DAO. So this picture here is big, but yes, the opportunities of the DAO is also big. So we can create games. We have 20 social media tools. We have NFT tools and systems. We have DeFi, sport, video. This is a kind of YouTube. This is a game I can show you. Splinterlands. Just one word to this game, because this game was the biggest traffic blockchain transfer amount in the last year of all blockchains. So with the number of games, Splinterland, and therefore Hive, was number one in the blockchain history, in the blockchain market. You buy some cards, and then you go into a tournament, and you can fight against others, and when you have luck, then you win, otherwise not. But the gag is you buy cards, NFTs of course, and a lot of children, also adults, do it. They want to have these cards. They want to have bigger, stronger cards, so they just play it. You know it from this childhood. Maybe you really bought some cards and with football players, like something like this. So it's a big market, and yes, we earned a lot of money. It was a hype. Now it's not so often played anymore, but nevertheless, it's still working, and you can play it if you want. Yeah. So this was just one example, and I stop it here right now with these games. We have also other games on gambling games where you put in a coin, your Hive coin, and you can win or lose. You can play cards, roulette, and something like this. Yeah, the next example is Leo Finance. This is a Twitter adaptation, so it looks like Twitter. You see here, you can write something or not. I'm logged in. My name is advertising bot. I can write something in test again. Click on thread, and now it is written into the blockchain. That's easy. Yeah, now you write something and it's written, and everyone can, everyone, not even if you are logged in or not, everyone can read that. It's in the blockchain database. It's public. And if you are logged in, you can give me a vote. You click on this heart, and then, but I explain it with another tool. So I just wanted to show this is a kind of Twitter. And now I want you to show peak D. Do you come with me? Just a question. Am I too fast? Do you have any questions? Shall I speak slower? I have a lot to show, so I go on. Maybe we get some time for the end for questions. Um, so just give me a sign that you are alive, then I can go on. Okay, thank you. Okay, back to DRO. DRO, Decentralized Autonomous Organization. One example is Hive, and Hive has a lot of tools. And I showed you Splinterlands game, and I showed you Leo Finance, Twitter, social media. And now I want to go a little bit more in detail for Peak D because this is my favorite graphical user interface. Peak D is just as Leo Finance add-on on the blockchain. It's just the front end. The blockchain is the database in the background, and the front end is this what you see here. And here it's a social media. You know it from LinkedIn, Facebook. It's similar to Leo Finance. You also can write a story, and you get some upvotes for it. Here you see I got 38 upvotes. Upvotes means a thumb up, a heart, a like, and they have a value. So you can see behind the names, stay out of that, gave me one Hive just with one upvote. Zurich gave me 0.675 Hive. And here's a cumulated amount of it. You can see I will get 2.75 Hive after 7 days are over. So 4 days ago, I wrote this post here, and on the next, I don't know when it is, Tuesday, I will get the amount of Hive that's here. I will go back to this later. I just want to show you can earn money by writing posts. So if you let's explore a little bit all topics. If you do some cat content and you have enough follower, they love your cat content and they give you upvotes, you can earn money. It's not the much money, but it can be a lot. Here, for example, this post is worth 245 Hive. Your question is how many is it in euro? At the moment, one Hive, 1 euro is one Hive is 30 cents, euro cents or US dollar. So it's a third. Let's say it's about 80 euros, this one, or 90 euros. At the moment, because the value is very volatile, and if you wait for longer, if you wait for the right moment, then you can sell this amount of money for a better price. I have seen a price of more than 5 euros per Hive. So this would be 1,000 euros value when you sell it to the right time. Okay, how much money do you get when you write a post? At the beginning? Nothing, because you have no followers. You have to work for it. You have to find followers. You have to interact with the communities, and then you get maybe 3-5 votes, but they are not high, so you only get a little bit money. And the most people that start with Hive get sometimes at some point they get disappointed. They say, "Oh, I worked a lot. I wrote this post and I got nothing at all." So give it. Yes, this can work, this can happen, and it happens to me at the beginning also. So you have to keep in this system if you really want to get success. If not, it's okay. So let's go back to my page. I've shown a little bit of Peak D. I will come back to it later. Are you still with me? Are you there? Do you understand what I'm telling you? Okay. So this is the Hive ecosystem. We can do some more things, advertising, charity, donation. When I have time, I want to show you an example with charity and donation, but let's move on. What is money? What is a coin? Money is not a coin. So we know money from our wallet. we have some coins in it, we can buy a bread for it or whatever. So then money is a coin. But on the bank, it's different. There's only a number, something that's written. And in the blockchain, it's the same. It's only written. A block is from a blockchain can be imagined as a piece of paper. You write something in it. You write, for example, Achim has 1 Bitcoin. And now Achim sends this Bitcoin to Peter. And so now this is the bank. This is your money. So it's not a coin, it's just something written in stone. And how can you write? You need a key for it. So if you have the key to the blockchain, the writing key to the blockchain, you are allowed to write something into it. And for that, you need this key, and we put it into a key store. And this key store, the special key store, is called wallet. That's all. I can show you. I have a key store here in my wallet. Here. One of these key stores, there are different, is Hive keychain. I have to log in into my wallet that's here on my local PC, and I have put into this wallet my keys. User preference accounts, manage accounts, posting keys. Yeah, okay. Active key, posting key, memo key, and I could put in two different keys. So that's the disadvantage of a blockchain. You need keys. You are the owner of your keys. You are responsible for your keys. And if you lose them, all your money is gone. All your identity is gone. You cannot go back, and no one can bring you the money back. If the keys are gone, then the money is gone. You may have heard about the stories about hard disks from the old hard disks where they try to find out the old keys for Bitcoin, for example. So never lose your keys, and never copy them to others. That's the problem. You have, on the one hand, they have to be very secure, and on the other hand, they have to be at least doubled or tripled. So if one location goes down, then you have it on another location. I have more than this key store, and yeah, you have to care about this. This is the big disadvantage. But let's go back to the advantages. Here you can see in my wallet, it's also kind of front end. You see I have 86.6 Hive, so it's 86, not 86,000. German is comma and a dot is something different. I have this amount of Hive. And I want to send this Hive now. Don't bother about the rest. I will explain it later. I send one of these Hives now to @Anoble. This is a user I have created. One Hive. Hello, my friend. So it's like a bank account. This is here's the recipient. Here's the amount of this value. I can also send Hive backed dollar. Forget it. And I write a short message and I click on send. Then I'm asked, do you really want to do that? From myself to Anoble, one Hive. Hello, my friend. I confirm this. And now in the blockchain, in 3 seconds, this value is sent from one person to the other person. This is very fast. This works worldwide. I have sent money to Uganda and they have also in 3 seconds there. And then I will show it how they pay it out. I will show it later. I just wanted to show you a Hive wallet, the key store, a wallet where you put in your keys. Let's go back. So here we see our Hive wallet with the keys, and then we can, with these keys, write into the blockchain database. Is this, did I understand, did I explain it so that you could understand it? Okay. Then the next thing is, how do I get my money? When I have created some Hive, so let's say I am successful worker in the Hive ecosystem, and I am, and I earn a little bit of Hive, and I want to have drink a real beer from it. So I want really to shop with this money. I want to see that's money that I can use. You have to do some tricks. Yeah, this is also a little bit effort at the beginning, but when you have done it a few times, or when you have created it, then it works fine. So I will show you my account at the bank, at the trade exchange bank Binance. So what's a trade exchange bank? You can register on a bank that's in the internet, like Binance or Bittrex or Bitpanda. There are a lot of banks. You have to register there, and then you have to verify your account. So you need your passport. You can hold it into the cam, and then there's a person that checks if you are really you. And after that, you have an account and you can log in. So this is what I did. This is my account. I am logged in. I have 26 messages. And here is the amount of cryptocurrency I have there. I have some Bitcoin, I have some Hive, Neo, BNB, and so on. So now let's do the following thing. I have my wallet, my Hive wallet on the one hand, that I showed you before, where I can send Hive. And here I have my bank account. And I want to send from my Hive wallet, one Hive, to my bank account. There, for this, I go into Binance, for example. Here I have my Hive wallet in the bank account and click on deposit. This means I'm able to put in some Hive here. I want to have Hive, I want to use the Hive network, and now I need the deposit address. I click on show me and I get the address. I take this is the address. I go back to my Hive wallet. Now I go into my Hive wallet in the PicD front end. It's the same as I showed you before, the same function. I just want to show you there are different front ends, but it's the same workflow. So here you see I only have 85 because one Hive is already sent. I didn't show you. Before I do that, I show you the recipient. picd.com/@Arnobel. Arnobel, this is also an account from me, has a wallet. And here in this wallet, I can see all the transactions from what I've done. And you can see I'm logged in as Achim Mertens. So everyone can see what's in the wallet of Arnobel, what transactions are in Arnobel. This is a different kind of thinking because in a usual bank account, it's all hidden, it's secret. No one is allowed to see the money transfer, but here it's all public. So every money that is sent to another person can be seen by everyone, even if you are not logged in, even if you're not a member of Hive. Everyone can see what Arnobel earns. And so you see 4 minutes ago, he got one Hive from Achim Mertens, from me, from my other account. And yes, I am Arnobel here. Okay, now let's go back to my wallet on the Binance bank. I said I want to copy the address, so I need to go to my now Achim Mertens wallet. I'm twice in here. Let's go back to here. Here's my wallet, Achim Mertens wallet. I'm logged in as Achim Mertens. This is my wallet, and here I can send some money to this address. I also want to do send one Hive, and as a message, I'm not allowed to write what I want. I have to put in the message that's here, because when the money arrives here in this bank, then they have to send it to my account here on the bank because I'm logged in here as achimmertens.gmx.de. So this has nothing to do with my Hive wallet. This is totally different. This is my bank account, and I want to send the money to my account here. Therefore is the memo needed. Control V. And I click on continue, same as a few minutes ago. To be the Hive Steam, amount 1 Hive, balance is after that 48 Hive, and this is the memo, and I confirm it. And now my money is sent to the bank in between 3 seconds, and then it needs a few seconds more in this bank to send the money to my bank account. Yep. Yeah. I hope it was a little bit clear. I want to bring it with this picture. Maybe I explain it again with this picture. Um, so where do I start? I start here. This is me. I have, it's my person, this is my passport. And when I go to a bank, to a normal bank with fiat money, euros, for example, then I register there. I go to the clerk and say, hello, my name is Achim Mertens, here's my passport. I want to have an account, and I get an account. I put in some money. He has a key. Let's stay in this picture. He has a key, goes into the cellar, opens the safe, puts the money in, closes the safe, and puts his key into his pocket. And then I say to him, I want to send the money to Peter. Then he goes back to the cellar, opens my safe, puts out some money, closes it, goes to the next safe where from Peter and opens it and puts in the money there and closes it. So this is the kind of picture you can imagine. You know it's a little bit more complicated, but this is a picture where what we have from a bank account. Here is on the blockchain, we have a wallet. This could be MetaMask for Ethereum, Hive Aus for Hive, and we own the keys for ourselves. So there is no man in the middle that also says, give me your money because I'm working for you. So if we say I'm adult enough to keep my keys, then I don't need you. I put my keys into the wallet and an extra safe and can work with this. So this man in the middle is away. It has advantages and disadvantages. As I said, this is convenient. This is not a convenient way. But now we can send the money here to other blockchain wallets, to crypto exchange banks, and that's what I did now. Was I have sent from my Hive Aus some money to the crypto exchange and to Binance, and this now I want to show you. I hope I can see that the money has arrived. Wallet fired in spot. Go back to my Hive account in this bank, and I think when I click on this one, I hope it's no, I'm always struggling with it. Just believe me, the Hive has arrived. We can see it here also. Withdraw. I don't see it right now. It's not so important. Maybe you have seen there is. Here's it. History. I was looking for the history. Deposit. I cannot see it. Yes, here maybe you see 12, 18. So the money has arrived. One there it is. One Hive has arrived. Yeah, so it reached my bank account. So let's go one step back. I have sent one Hive to my crypto exchange bank, and now there's my money. And how do I get my beer? This is then very easy. I have ordered this bank card. It's a Visa card. It's from Binance, you can see. And I go to the beer shop and say, I want to have a box of beer, and here I pay it. And that's it. That's a trick. So in the background, yes, the crypto exchanges the Hive into euro, and from then the euro is sent to the shop, and then they pay my box of beer. Yeah, or what else? I've filled up my fuel tank from my car. I have bought some Lebensmittel, eat food from the shop. Yeah, so you can buy everything what you want with Hive, or Ethereum, or Bitcoin, or whatever. So, question back to you. Was this clear? Okay, then the next page. Our system, our financial system that we have right now is not good, as you know. This capitalistic system has a lot of disadvantages. It has a lot of advantages, but also a lot of disadvantages. And at the moment, every euro that we have stands for efficiency. So let me explain it with with the picture on the left side. If you have the choice to get a good for small money, a product, you only have to pay for small money, or you have to pay for the same product, big money. You always choose the small money version. Even if you know then we have some externalities that we don't pay for. Um, for example, environment, pollution, or abuse of employees, or whatever. For us, is the only thing that counts is cheap money. So the system doesn't incentivize good products. It just incentivizes, just rewards efficiency. Here on Hive, we have one special case, but we could also do other cases. We don't need to have efficiency as the highest thing that we want. Maybe it's happiness. If you like something and you do it with an upvote, then let's keep the same example. If you only need to pay an upvote, it just only a click, and it doesn't cost you anything. It costs you the same, and you get the same product, and you know this product is bad and this product is good, then you vote for the good product. Voting power. Now, I know I know it's a little bit difficult. I know your brain is smoking, but give me just 10 minutes of more concentration, and then I think the most thing is done. Let's go back to my posts, my blog. So I have written this wonderful story about comics, about my childhood, and people give me a vote for it. As I said, I got 38 votes, and they have a value of 2.75 Hive. How do I get this Hive? Why do they vote? What does it cost to them? As I said, Stay Out of the Heads gave me one Hive. And let's see, JITLARC only 0.013 Hives. And if let's do it, I go to all topics, I just make an upvote, then you can see, what a story, this one, come on, why not? I can upvote this story. I click on here, and now I have a bar where I am able to say 100% or only 30%. And you see here, this is the number of Hive that the author of this post gets from my upvote. When I say, I haven't read it, so I just put 10%. When I say I vote 10% with my voting power, then this person gets 0.01, it's 1 Hive cent. I click on vote. So he asked me, do you want to do it? I say yes, because it's writing into the blockchain. Yeah, I do something in the blockchain. And now you see I have a blue heart, so that means I have voted for this. The number has risen by 1, and you can see my name is here. Did I pay something from my Hive? No. This is really the great thing about Hive. How does Hive work? Um, where does the money come from? The money is printed at 10% each year. So it's an inflation, 10% each year is printed. The real inflation is really low. It's about 2 or 3% like our euro, lower than our euro, because people lose their keys, people don't work with it anymore. So a lot of money is never used. So the total amount of money that is used just increases about 3%. Um, so they are able to print money, and this money that is printed is in a pot. And I am able now to take money out of this pot for this post here. So you see, when I click on vote, or this one, when I click on vote once again, um, if I put in 100% of my voting power, then it would be 10 Hive cent for this post. Voting power, I have to explain it. You can see here a red and a blue bar. It's called voting mana and voting power. Yes, it's new, but you have this is one of the basic points you have to understand. Um, Voting mana means if I vote, then my voting mana decreases. So when I wait, it increases again until 100%. For when I wait for 1 day, I'm able to do 10 votes with 100%. So when I do it 1 day, then my voting mana has decreased to 90%. Then I wait 1 day, and then it's 100 again. So I can give 10 votes per day with 100% or 20 votes with 50% and so on. So I cannot arbitrary, not infinity giving votes. They decrease with the voting mana. The voting mana is multiplied with my voting power. My voting power, and yes, I go back to my wallet. Yes, I know it's difficult to understand, but I have to explain it. I will do it with a picture again. My voting power is the amount at all. So it explains is the other factor is not the percentage. It is the amount of power I have. I get voting power by by staking Hive. When I click here on Hive, I have the possibility to power up my Hive. And then the Hive is gone. I cannot send it anyway to my bank or to other people, but it's not gone. It's here. It appears here. So I get more voting power. And if I put in, let's say, 1,000 Hive, then my voting power is not 0.1, it is 0.15 or 2 Hive per upvote. Your brains are smoking. I'm sorry for that. Um, I have to explain it with the picture. Yeah, sorry. Uh, okay. Just focus on this person here. This person writes a blog. Yeah, okay, he's an author. He writes a blog. Okay. The other person, that's me, I give an upvote to this blog. So fine. Okay. Now, this person gets money from the Hive pot. Yeah, okay, I said Hive prints 10% of the amount of Hive in the pot, and this pot is distributed to the people that write blogs. And they get money corresponding to the upvotes. The more and the bigger the upvotes are, the more they get. So how do I get a big upvote? I get a big upvote by staking my Hive. I get more voting power. The more I have staked, the more value I have in my thumb. Okay, now this person or myself can go to the bank and exchange it into real money. So I can send money here and upvote, and then the person goes back and writes a blog, gets money, doesn't lose his weight, his own money, and can only earn by writing. Yeah, I know it's you have to think about it, you have to play it if you really want to understand it. Um, Back to my picture here, I have 26,000 Hive power. Yes, that's a lot of money, and this is what is shown. I've seen it here somewhere. Um, Here, this is if I would exchange it out in the bank, I would get $7,800 US dollar. So I'm really rich in Hive. I'm talking about real money, and this is at the moment. And at the moment, the price is very low. As I said, when the Hive is back in at 50 cent or at €1, then I have seen here 28,000 US dollar last year. And I guess I can get back this Hive power. I just click on here and say power down. Then it takes 13 weeks and I get back my Hive. So the Hive delegation is just like buying shares. Maybe that's a good explanation. Okay, now you have a knot in your brain, and I'm sorry for that. Was it at least a little bit understandable? Okay, how much time do we have? How much brain did we leave? Um, just short for the security with the Hive system, 20 witnesses means there are 20 people that have a server below their desk or in the cellar or whatever, and there is a node software running on it, Hive node server software, backend software, and they control each other. So if one of them tries to trick or tries to change the data, then the other 19 see it, and this one person is not able to do it. He gets on a clap on his finger. So they control each other. They have been elected democratically. Every person in Hive, every account has the possibility to say, I want a few people, I assign them, I elect them as a witness. Everyone has the same voice, despite of Hive power. It doesn't count, only one, my account counts. So all we have the same vote, witness, election power. Um, so they work together. They work when they want to change the rules from our decentralized autonomous organization, then they have to come together and say, okay, let's change it, and everyone has to agree. Otherwise, the rule is not changed. Um, so this means also with updates, this is not a 2i principle; it's a 40i principle. Uh, um, so the code is checked by everyone before there is an update. And only people are elected that really have the spirit of making Hive great. So there's really people that say, yeah, I want to bring it. Otherwise, they get no elections. So yeah. The result is very fast, secure energy saving because we don't have the artificial hurdle that we have in Bitcoin. So we don't need a lot of electricity power, just 20 normal servers. And a decentralized blockchain. Fast, secure, energy saving, and decentralized. Okay, now we have two choices. I think we have the time for my presentation is more or less over. I can show you either how we work with a donation system. It's not that complicated as it looks like, maybe 5 minutes, or I can give you some answers or you can say some questions. Let me say just one more word. Um, if I find enough followers, people that say, yes, that's really cool, please write it to me, give me a command, say, I want to be in your group, I want to be a member of your community. Then there will be follow-up sessions and we will go hands-on and I can show you how it works, how you register, how you send money, how you write your first post, how you look into the database. Yeah, so this, if you are interested in more technical stuff, then just write me and I will create follow-up calls. Yeah, on the other hand, what do you think? Shall I go on with one more example? What Hive is, I really would to show you. I would like to show you, but the time is short. So I would like to say, let's go with the FAQ sessions in another session and give me just a few more minutes to explain one really cool system, what you can do with Hive. So I just showed you um, what Hive is, but what is it worth for? What can you do with it? So I need to do it. Um, yeah, I go to Arnoble here, and he, nah, not the wallet, just what he writes. Arnoble, as I said, is an account from me. I can log in with Arnoble, and let me show you this post. Um, here, here's some a picture, some text, and a table. And this table is really cool. You see posts from other people, and for example, this person here, this woman, wrote about how they helped out in the rice fields. They have a community and they help each other. And so I said, hey, this is cool. I want to give to this person a little bit money. I want to send money to this woman. Not only upvoting, really sending money. And then I made this tag. I just marked it with Ausrufezeichen, cherry colon 4. Um, by the way, it also there are some downvotes, but let me explain it with the downloads. Yeah, why I got a downvote here. Um, so I marked it with cherry.4 and colon 4, and then I go with a SQL script into the SQL copy of the Hive blockchain. This is just to work faster. And I can search for this tag, and then I collect them. And I have a system where I weight them, where I say from who comes this cherry tag and uh, what number is behind it. And then I just create a table, and this post is here in this table, and I have automated the looking for these posts. So everyone who finds a good post can mark it with this with this cherry tag, and now it appears in my post, and I'm able to donate money to these people. With this, I have a solution. Um, so here's a person that writes a post about doing some good things, for example. And me as a curator, I read this post and say, cool, and I tag it with this cherry mark. And now my bot goes and looks for this cherry and finds it and says, okay, here is a report. These people have been tagged with cherry, and now I write this report and I send money to the authors. And the donators read the reports. They see, oh, the money goes to people that do good things. They need or they are, yeah. But if I want to spend money, if I want to donate, I see where my money goes, and then they can send the money and to Arnoble, and he collects all the money and it goes back. It goes not back. It goes to the authors. So I have a donation system without man in the middle. Yeah, we need a curator, okay, and this is also man in the middle because it's work. But at the end, it's very effective. It's much effective, more effective than other donation systems because I don't have this money exchange system as long as I'm in Hive. Yeah, and it's very fast, and I can send money to Uganda or whatever, or Venezuela in just 3 seconds. Okay, Hive criticizes. At the beginning, we have had a lot of whales, and they have a lot of power. And whales means when they give an upvote, then you get 100 Hive. And when I give my upvote, you have seen it's a promille of it. So so it's not really decentralized because of these whales. but with the Steam Hive fork, it has relevated a little bit. We have a little bit abuse by self-upvoting. I can upvote myself. I can ping pong with another person or community. Say, hey, we give us each upvotes. Yeah, you can do it, but this is not the way you earn money at the end, in the long run. We have to fight against plagiarism and spam, and this needs resources. Maybe you have seen my downvote. There was a spaminator. He sees that I create reports that are very similar. Only some parts in the table have been changed from the report before the week and the report before that. So he said there's a spam. I said it's no spam. Okay, we are a different meaning. I get downvotes. I'm working on that he puts me out of the list. But yeah, but you need this Ordnungsamt, these kind of police, to clean the community, and this costs resources. So let me come to an end. A decentralized autonomous organization is, in the first run, for the most of us, new, totally new, a new way of thinking. So I told you 1 hour about it, but you have to really understand there's a big difference between old companies and this really new way of thinking. It's like waterfall and agile. I think this is also similar. Um, it is a way of democratic thinking, and it has a lot of unused chances. I mean, it's a wide field, maybe not green field. So some places are now, we have some experience now, but I think we can also, yeah, for the most of us, it's new and we have a lot of possibilities that are untaken at the moment. Maybe it's the future of working, not today, not next year, and I don't know which company will do that. As I said, what's next? My next thing is I want to do follow-up calls if I get at least 5 followers for people that are interested. Um, I want to show how to register on Hive. I want to show how to transfer money and all the FAQ stuff. I would say let's do it in this sessions, after sessions. I want to found or ground or not ground. I want to create a new community, maybe on WebEx, maybe on Hive, where we collect us together, where we talk about, yeah, this depends on you, which format you want. So, and if you have questions, as I said, write me mails. We will have follow-up calls. Um, I've written an article how to buy beer. Here you see my trunk full with goods that I bought from with my Hive card, with my Visa card, and this beer is also one of that. Yeah, I thank you. Was it okay for you? Maybe you give me, we have 3 minutes left. Maybe you give me some feedback. What do you think? Is it good? Is it nonsense? What do you think?